2008 Fairview High School homecoming queen is Miss Rachel Siegel. We would like to thank all the teachers, parents, students, and school administrators who made tonight's activities possible. That concludes our 2008 homecoming activities for the evening.
Last play of the football game. Johnson going back. Throws the ball down the field. It's getting toward the end zone. Knocked down by Hickman County. He goes over the Fairview receiver's back, but the official is not going to make that kind of a key call in this game. Ball game over. Hickman County wins on the Fairview Yellow Jacket home field, 7 to the Fairview Yellow Jacket 6. Tim, I wouldn't gamble. I'd give it to him one more time. I have complete faith Caleb Duke will kick this down the middle if we don't get it into the end zone. I'd get it more to the center of the field, though.
I'd look Jack Beard in the eye and I'd ask him, you got one more in you, big boy? And I'm sure he'd say yes. And then I'd look at Ethan Cassidy or Terrence Payne, and one of them would say, can you run up in there behind him, big boy? And I'm sure they'd say yeah.
Payne on the year has 4 touchdown runs. Cassidy has 2 tonight. Johnson under center. Foreman in motion. Handoff this time to Payne.
Other side, he's in!
He's in! Fairview wins! Fairview wins! Touchdown in overtime! Johnson to Payne. Payne with his 5th touchdown of the year. Yellow Jackets win this football game 34-27. One extra stanza. Excellent job, both teams. Great, fun football game to call. Good coaching decision. Great game, Tim. This is absolutely fun to be here tonight for this football game.
Good call. Great effort. Ben Johnson. That play hits the line, breaks the tackle, breaks it outside, runs down the field. Make sure to go line.
Hopefully that the holding spot on the foul is going to be far enough when they make the walk-off that it's going to be enough for a first down, but I'm afraid it's still going to be 3rd down and about the same. 3rd and 7 after the long run by Johnson again after some great moves. It's all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Flag on the play brings it back, but the Yellow Jackets still have a chance to get 3rd down, pick up the 3rd down for the first down. Now it's 3rd and 3 instead of 3rd and 7. Third down 3. Yellow Jackets come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the right. 2 backs in the set. First man through gets the fake. Tossed out to Johnson. Johnson goes around and he gets across the 30-yard line. He's going to have the first down. So the Yellow Jackets do what they needed to do, at least on that play. They get the first down. First down, Yellow Jackets.
Nice option play. Daniel Raines comes down the line. The key to that play is Ben Johnson gets outside, gets his shoulder square to the line before he takes the pitch. You know, when Ben Johnson gets going, he's hard to bring down.
Certainly enough. In this game tonight, we have several of the seniors playing their last home game, as I mentioned earlier, Johnson being one of them. You also have Jonathan Jubilee, number 3, that you'll see in several sets tonight on offense and defense. Right now in the game's number 18, Isaac Hewlin, also a senior, split out to the left side. First man through, gets the handoff. It's going to be a first down, Yellow Jackets, as number 36, Ethan Cassidy, takes it for a gain of 17. First down.
That's been one of the bread and butter plays for Fairview these last 4 or 5 weeks of the season. Either Big C Train bringing it up the middle, Ben Johnson running it, and Terrence Payne, who's out injured tonight. We've had a lot of success with that quick up the middle.
We'll be getting you all the other stuff going here before too long. This is Kevin Anderson and Tim French giving you the play-by-play tonight. all the color commentary that we can throw your way. First down, ball just onside the Yellow Jacket side of the field. Johnson gets outside of containment, gets close to the first down. He's going to be maybe a tad shy, but it's going to be at least a gain of 9, if not a total of 10 for the first down.
Fairview getting nice creases at the point of attack, Kevin. The linemen are coming off the ball, and they're really getting some lanes for those running backs to run in. And our running backs, as you know, they run very, very hard. They very rarely go down on the first hit.
Calvin Hopkins, another senior for the Yellow Jackets. We'll see him on defense tonight quite a bit. Isaac Hewlin, as I mentioned, was in on that last play, made a good key block. Second down, 1. Yellow Jackets already on the Loretto side of the field. Ball handed off up the middle again to the C-Train. C-Train says, let's go forward. Choo-choo. First down.
Ethan Cassidy, he's very difficult to bring down at that line of scrimmage. And once he gets any kind of head of steam, he lowers those shoulders, stays low, and it's just hard to get a pad on him that'll bring him down. Nice article in the paper this past week about Fairview, Kevin. Their last home game. They had some good comments. They talked to Ethan, and Ethan said the muddy field made everybody as slow as he was.
That's funny. First down, 10 Yellow Jackets at the 37-yard line. Yellow Jackets taking the opening kickoff, and they're driving the football. First down, 10. This time going around the right side. The ball is fumbled, hits the ground, and it's picked up by Loretto. Raines that time on the option was going to try to pitch it away. Knocked away, though, by Loretto. So the first drive comes to an end with the turnover. Loretto picks it up on the turnover at the 36-yard line, where they will get their first opportunity of the night to see what they can do on offense. Loretto comes into this game 0-9 on the year. They're 0-5 from a Region 6-2A perspective. They are 0-5 in last place in the region.
This is the kind of game where Fairview needs to come out, take Loretto's heart away early. Don't let them think they can be in the game, and we can have a nice, easy victory tonight.
Wing T formation. That time Loretto had 2 guys in motion, and unfortunately for Fairview, or fortunately for Fairview, I'm not sure which way you want to look at it. They had 2 guys moving, no flag on the play. Quarterback Ethan Stepp gets the ball, tosses it back to the guy one of the 2 guys that was in motion, and then he tries to throw it at the last second. So you end up having a lineman down the field, an eligible receiver. So that's going to be a loss on the play with the penalty. An eligible receiver is declined. Yellow Jackets are going to take the incomplete pass and have second down and 10, ball at the 36.
Play took too long to develop, too much penetration by that Jacket defense.
Interesting offensive set here for Loretto. Step in at quarterback again, hands off to the first guy through, and that's going to be number 36. Is that 36 or 38? Or 39 maybe. Number 39, Matt Weigert, gets the ball. He's going to pick up about 4 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for Loretto.
I tell you, looking at this roster, Kevin, Loretto's got a very young ball club.
Very young. Loretto is trying to rebuild their football program. This was a heated rivalry within the last 7-8 years until the districts got realigned. This time, going back with the football is the quarterback, number 21, Ethan Stepp. Takes a step back, and he's knocked down for a loss on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 7 after the loss on the play. And we're going to be blessed tonight having a quarterback on the opposing team with the last name of Stepp. We can make so many calls.
We can have a lot of fun with that one as the game goes on.
Absolutely. 4th down 7. Loretto back to kick the ball away. Kick in the air. It's a good spiraling kick brought down by Johnson at the 34. He's got the sideline. He gets outside of one, cuts inside of another. Gets down inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 34, where the Yellow Jackets take over
First down 10 on their second opportunity of the night.
Kevin, success on that punt return alone from Ben Johnson, making things happen. I believe it's number 5, Alex Gershon, gets a good block on the man coming down to make the tackle on Ben.
Yeah, Alex did. He put a good little pop on somebody out there for sure, and Johnson took the sideline, made a lot of cuts. Looks like Ben in his last home game as a senior has a ton of fire tonight.
Yeah, I believe he's not going to leave anything left on the field. He's going to give it all.
The Yellow Jackets actually don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a shame because Johnson's going to get outside for another big gain, and this is going to come back. Yellow Jackets certainly, they had 4 guys in the backfield that time, not including the quarterback. The receiver on the left side did not get up on the line of scrimmage, unfortunately, and just knew that we were going to see the little yellow hanky come out that time, and we did, and it's going to be against the Jackets for illegal formation.
Just a momentary lapse of discipline, and those kind of things are what cost you. You go from a second and short, 1st and 10 to a 1st and 15 from the 40. Fairview needs to wrap this up and just drive this ball down, punch one in for a touchdown, kind of put Loretto on their heels and let's seal their fate early.
That's 2 plays that are mental lapses for the Yellow Jackets early. The fumble, not holding on to the ball by Raines, and this time the receiver not getting on the line of scrimmage. Both of them were big play opportunities. Raines this time rolling to his right, looking down the field to pass the ball. He does get it down the field for a completed pass, knocked out of bounds after getting back to and just beyond the original line of scrimmage. So it is going to bring up a second down and about 9, so a gain of 6 on the play.
You know, Kevin, getting back to this rivalry you spoke of earlier, I can remember when Loretto used to come over here, and I didn't think they left anyone back in their hometown. The stands would be full, and they'd have about 60 football players out there.
They decided to stay back in Loretto and trick-or-treat tonight. And as the Fairview stands are not as full as normal, I think Halloween being on tonight has caused a little bit of a delay. Raines gets outside, makes one move, but not a move strong enough to sway the defender away from him. So number 42 of Loretto makes a pretty good tackle. Michael Allen comes up as Raines, I thought, may have the sideline there, but certainly Allen jumped into the fray there and knocked him down, bring up 3rd down and 7.
That was one of those plays where I would have liked to have seen Daniel just keep the ball and try to get to the corner and beat the guy. And I think he was trying to plant that foot and cut back inside, and it just didn't work out.
3rd down 7 here for the Yellow Jackets. Field looks like it's in really good shape tonight versus the mud that we've seen a couple of games at home this year. Big 3rd down play for the Yellow Jackets. Back to throw again is Raines. Raines being pressured again by number 64. 64 twice has busted through the line of scrimmage, almost unblocked, and it's going to bring up an interesting call here by the coaching staff as Josh Marks rushes through and hits Raines again as he's trying to release the ball. They're going for it, it looks like, yeah. Tim.
Interesting, last week in this position, they kicked the ball down out of bounds at about the 3. I think they've got a lot of faith in their defense and against this young Loretto offense, and they're going to go for it.
4th down 7, ball spotted just outside the 30-yard line. They've certainly had a lot of luck going up the middle with either Johnson or Cassidy. This time it's an offset I formation. Going to hand off to Johnson to the right side, and he's going to have to make a good cut, and he does. He gets outside, inside, and then is brought down, but not until he gets to the 20-yard line, and that's going to be 1st down, Yellow Jackets.
Ben Johnson just continues and continues to be elusive when he runs the ball. You think you've got him trapped, he makes a slight little move, and he goes forward for about 5 or 6 more yards. Great play, Ben Johnson.
We've got a few cameras that we're still firing up tonight here, so as we're progressing through the evening, we'll be bringing in more camera angles, and we certainly appreciate everyone joining us here. And if we're not able to go on the road and produce our next game, which is the playoff game, it's my understanding that it's going to cost about $500 in fees just to have the allocation to go to the playoff game. It's not a matter of no one wanting to do it. Certainly the production staff here would love to go. So if anyone on Monday night listening to this on Channel 3 wants to see this on replay, they can, one of you local businesses here in Fairview, if you want to contact Fairview High School or conjure up the $500 if you want to hear Tim and I travel with a team, wherever that might be, and bring you the replay, contact the school, get in touch with Bob King, and again, they're going to need to have about $500 that's outside the existing budget to bring the next game to you.
And these kids look forward to that kind of event. It's a big playoff game. It's a playoff atmosphere. And besides that, Kevin and I, we just like to talk.
Absolutely, and I'm certainly sure everyone out there loves to hear us ramble on. Probably not. But anyway, they like to watch the game, and it is a lot of fun for us to travel and watch the guys perform each week. Each week they do something extra special that they didn't do the week before. And I think it's fun for the fans. So, again, if you're watching on the local cable station, whether it's Channel 3 or Channel 19, and you want to call the school and just see if there's an opportunity that this can be put on replay again, that's what we've got to do. And the current budget's not going to allow. We've got to make the play with the TSSAA and file to do that, and that's the fees that we're looking at. So, again, if not, this will be our last broadcast, Tim, and kudos, super kudos to Bob King and his production crew. We've had different directors each week, and every one of them have done an absolute fantastic job. After the injury to a Loretto player, we're going to come back and play first down 10, ball spotted just on the outside of the 20-yard line. Yellow Jackets moving on their second possession. First one ended in a fumble. This time Rain sees the opening right over the center, takes it and pushes, and then the line of scrimmage is pushing, and then the running backs are getting behind him, and they're pushing too. It's going to be a quick pickup of about 8 on the play on a quarterback sneak.
Kind of reminds you of those old Saturday afternoon rugby scrums.
Absolutely. Sure did. Some other seniors that we're going to be looking at tonight, Tim. You got Ian Wuchina that has done an excellent job a lot of times on defense this year, and I know we've thrown some stats out there. Defensively, we've had a heck of a year.
Yeah, our defense has just played well. Our seniors are great, and I think this has just been a great group. I love the before the game when they all went out for the coin toss. I think we counted 20 seniors out there.
We certainly did. Had 20 seniors, and this time the Yellow Jackets get the play, and Raines runs around in. Looks like he's going to be first down, and it's going to be first down plus because there's a face mask against Loretto, so it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So we're going to go to the 10-yard line plus 5. It's going to be first down goal, Yellow Jackets at the 5-yard line. So first down, Yellow Jackets moving in closer to the big G to try to get that first score on the board of the night.
I'd like to see one of these big seniors punch in this first touchdown tonight. Ben or Tyler Mormon. Cassidy, I'll take a touchdown anyway.
Cassidy's to the right. Johnson to the left. Toss back to Johnson, and he's got a little room, a lot of room. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. That was a good pitch back by Raines. Johnson gets it at about the 7-yard line, makes one move left, one move to the right, darts and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, 6-0 lead, Yellow Jackets.
Good lead seal block by the wide receiver on this side. I'm not sure who it was, if it was Alex or Jonathan Jubilee or Isaac Hewlin, but they had a great block down here, and I love to see that senior get in for the touchdown.
We have a lot of senior guys out on the line of scrimmage, offensively and defensively. Snap back, kick up and away, and the bobbleheads say yes, it's good. 7-0 Fairview. But Tim, back to the line of scrimmage, we've seen some guys that just move people around all year long. Ivan Wuchina, he's done his job when he's in the game. Zach Beard, we've seen plays this year where Mr. Beard has taken people and just moved them 10, 15 yards down the field. They get up saying, what in the heck has just hit me? But certainly enough, Zach has done one heck of a job, and And I know you've made many, many comments about what Dustin Jones and Ryan Collins has done.
Ryan has continued to improve all year, and he's becoming a solid lineman. Now, you mentioned, Zach Beard. He's just an earth mover. We've seen him just collapse people 1 yard, 5 yard, 10 yards down the field. And Dustin Jones, man, he's come into his own this year, especially on the defensive front. There have been several games where he's lined up right over the center, and he's just made life miserable for the opposing team's center.
Some of the other guys that we've seen out there making plays this year, Chris Howell, Alan Mangrum, Michael Burt, Jamie Deal on the roster here as the seniors, Josh Porter, Eric Phillips. Terrence Payne unfortunately got hurt after many, many rushing touchdowns this year, playing strong on defense. So we're sad that Terrence is not able to play his last game. Kick away by Caleb Duke. Hits down at the 17, picked up down inside the 15. Ball's fumbled, hits the ground, but it looks like it's going to be picked back up by Loretto. So a good return by Loretto, fumbles forward where they pick up a couple of extra yards where they will start first down and 10 at the 32-yard line on their second opportunity of the night. One guy, Tim, just going down the list here. We've seen Clay Cook come in at the end of games and really run the ball hard. And I guess the last guy that I've got on the list that I've not mentioned anything about, I think, Jonathan Jubilee earlier, but Tyler Moorman, offensively and defensively, running the football early in the year, then asked to move out to do a lot more blocking on the end, has done a heck of a job. And then on defense, he's put some of the harder hits on people that I've seen in high school football. Ball handed off. Speaking of one of the harder hits, Ben Johnson, another senior. Tim, I think he just took his head off.
Yeah, another great hit by Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson is one of our players that you'll be watching him play on Saturdays next year. He's going to be a good college football player. I think he's got a lot of options. He may be a quarterback. He may be a safety. He may be a tight end. He's just got so much talent. And he is a great quarterback. We've seen him throw the ball 55, 60 yards. But in this particular offense, he's sacrificed for the team, and he's a great running back, great receiver.
Second down 11. Quarterback Ethan Stepp still in the game at the quarterback spot. Hands off to the first guy through on the right side of the line of scrimmage. And again, the big defensive line of the Yellow Jackets hone in on that handoff and bring him down. It's going to be a short gain on the play. 3rd down and 7. Upcoming here for Loretto.
I just want to touch base on Tyler Moorman just a little bit more. Early in the season, he was playing more of a linebacker role and more of the running back, as he mentioned, and he played very well at those positions. He's been asked to move around. Some games he's on the line battling guys that weigh 30, 40 pounds and doing very well. And last week, against Harpeth, he just made life miserable for them across the line, constantly bringing pressure, making tackles out there when it counted.
Wing T formation, this time a toss out to the left side of the field, and Gerchen makes a great defensive play that time. Pass that time intended for number 81 of Loretto. And we'll tell you who that is here in just a second. 81 is DJ Matheny. And Matheny it looks like. Pass was to him, but without the good defensive play of the Yellow Jackets, number 5, Alex Gershon, that would have been a completed play, but otherwise it's now 4th down, bringing up another punt from Loretto. Number 64, Josh Marks, who has been on 2 good hits on our quarterback today, kicks the ball away. Gets it down the field, picked up by Johnson. Johnson surveying it. He cuts through, gets in through one hole, but not able to get away from a couple of other Loretto players, but he does get the ball to the 50-yard line where the Yellow Jackets will take over with just half of the football field in front of them.
Did you see who got great pressure and almost had a chance to block that punt?
I did not.
Daniel Raines, hustling in there, making a play.
So you have better eyes than I do. Not only, as I mentioned earlier, are you smarter than I am, you can see better than I do.
I don't know. I was kind of watching to see what happened with the punt because we got close last time. So I wanted to see what was going on the line.
Raines again under center. Back to throw. Gets the ball out. Caught by number 27. And that's Tyler Moorman, who we were talking about earlier. Senior Moorman catches the ball went right over the outstretched hands of one of the defenders. Perfect throw that time by Daniel. Out to Borman. Borman inside the 40, out to the 37-yard line where it's a first down, Yellow Jackets.
Mormon, solid player for these Yellow Jackets. Comes out, makes a block, bleeds out, catches the pass, makes yardage, or yards after the catch.
Yellow Jackets throw the ball this time. Raines gets back, throws it toward Jubilee. It goes out of bounds, incomplete. It's going to bring up second down and 10. Second down 10, Yellow Jackets after the incomplete pass. That time, Raines steps up, throws out toward Jubilee, and just a little off target that time. Had something working there. Split out to the left side. It's going to be number 5, Gerchen, and number 18, Hewlin. Raines this time running the option again. Has a room. He cuts up inside. Has a lot of room. He gets inside the 20 down to the 15. And after he hits the ground, the yellow flag comes onto the field. And the Yellow Jackets are looking around saying, we're just pushing people down the field. That's not really a hold there, Mr. Ref.
Zach Beard collapsed. He just collapsed the player from Loretto, and I think they felt like his hand got outside the jersey. Well, you hate to see that because it had absolutely zero impact on the play.
Now, the play was already way past him, no doubt about it. Second down, 8, Yellow Jackets after the big play. Walk off from the hold at the spot of the foul, or the spot of what they call the foul. And we was watching the play. I was kind of keying on Zach that time, and I thought it was a pretty good block. Johnson gets the ball. He kind of jukes, moves left, right. I thought he was going to be pinned
right,
in.
And then he spins back for positive yardage.
Instead of being pinned in, he picked out. So he picks up almost a first down. It's going to be third down 2 on the play. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Yellow Jackets on the move. They've picked up 22 yards on this drive. Third down 2 upcoming. Under a minute left here in the first quarter. Yellow Jackets lead 7-0. Handoff to Cassidy, straight up the middle. Of course, Cassidy has the first down. First down, Yellow Jackets. Cassidy takes it and just punishes people getting that first down. Ball now spotted at the 23-yard line after the big first down run on third down by Ethan Cassidy, as we have eloquently named the C Train. And I'm sure he considers it to be eloquently named. This time Raines has the ball, moves outside. He makes 1 and then 2, and then the third guy missed, and finally is brought down by number 23 and number 21. 21's Ethan Stepp, and number 23 is Cozart. They both have to converge on him to bring him down, and they do, and it's the last play of the first quarter, and that play, it appears, is going to be close to a first down.
Fairview dominates the first quarter offensively and defensively. I don't believe Loretto has got a first down yet. And Fairview has driven the ball down the field successfully. Each time they've had the ball, they've had a few penalties, and they turned the ball over. And then the second, I believe, possession, they scored. I'll tell you what, Kevin, I hope this time they give another senior a chance to score. And that senior I'd like to see score next is Tyler Mormon.
I'd like to see Tyler get into the end zone, too. He, like you said, and we've talked about week in and week out, he's really busted his tail. Sacrificed a lot for the team, like all of them have. We certainly have seen a lot of them come in and work hard to get into position to make the team successful. And, you know, the team starts off the year 0-2 in Region 6-2A with losses to Lewis County and Hickman County. Hickman County loss was somewhat of an interesting game because they played it on a field that you could hardly walk on, much less play football on, and they lose it 7-6. And the only score that Hickman County had was a touchdown on a kickoff return.
Yeah, and on that kickoff return, what we were told is we had a few of the players who were supposed to be on that kickoff return who were on the sidelines, and they had some younger replacements. And Hickman County broke that initial seam and took it all the way for the winning score.
Raines gets the ball, throws it out quick to Johnson. Johnson gets the ball, makes the first man miss. Second man almost gets past him, but gets inside the 10-yard line down to the 8. That first guy saying, what in the world happened? I thought I had him dead to rights there, but certainly enough, it's going to be a pickup of 5. Johnson gets the ball and makes a great athletic move on the defender. Second down, 5, Yellow Jackets.
I don't want to start a chant too early, but Tyler.
Second and 5, Yellow Jackets ball spotted inside the 10-yard line at the 8-yard line. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Handoff this time is going to be fake to Tyler, and Raines goes back. An ill-advised toss back that time by Daniel. He should have went ahead and ate the ball. He was being harassed very hard, and very few times this year has Daniel made a play that would be considered ill-advised. That time probably was ill-advised. Goes for a 4-yard loss after he picks up his own fumble. Third down and a long 9 for the Yellow Jackets, leading 7-0 here at home against Loretto.
You know, Kevin, that's one of those where he pitches early or keeps it all the way. And I think he was somewhere in the middle there, and it just didn't look good.
Back to throw this time is Raines.
Got a man.
Into the end zone. It's
One-hander.
One-hand catch. Goes up. Johnson. Touchdown. There's a flag on the play, and you've got to think this is against the defense because Johnson just said, I'm not going to be out-fought for this football. We'll see what the play is. One
had
official
one hand
tells the other
free.
official. They're talking about it.
He had one hand free. I sure hope he's not going to call offensive interference.
Whatever the case, Johnson made one heck of a one-handed grab, no doubt about it. It looks like they're talking to Fairview. It is pass interference, defense. It's declined. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. 13-0 Fairview. Point after upcoming here by Caleb Duke. That was a heck of a catch that time by Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I think they were holding the other arm, so he caught it with his free one. Boy, someone on that cheerleading squad's got a great arm. They just put a football. They almost put it right in the window to us.
Kick up and away, and it's good by Duke. The Yellow Jackets take a 14-0 lead early into the second quarter. Yellow Jackets wanting to come out and not have any letdown, being heavy and prohibitive favorites against Loretto tonight, have not had the letdown. 14-0 lead early.
You know, I think Ben John senses that the seniors may not get to play a lot tonight, so he's making the most of his opportunity out there.
Yeah, Loretto last year had one win on the year, and that was against East Hickman. Their first year in the I guess having a program in general. This year, East Hickman actually came away with the win against the Loretto Mustangs. But Loretto has good size. It looks like they have some speed. And talking to some folks before the game, they are certainly in a rebuilding mode. And I would expect this Loretto team, as you mentioned earlier, with a young team out there, will get nothing but better as the next couple of years come around.
Yeah, as they move up and hit the weights and stick to the coach's weight program and listen to what he has to say, that Loretto program will be back in no time.
Caleb Duke to kick off. Duke gets the signal, kicks the ball away. It's going to be a high floater coming down around the 30-yard line. Picked up at the 28 by Loretto, going straight down the sideline, outside the 35 to the 37-yard line where they'll take over, first down and 10. So the Mustangs, Tim, have not moved the ball on offense at all. No first down. 2 3-and-outs.
Yeah, if you watch the line of scrimmage on both the offensive and defensive fronts of Fairview, they are just dominating the line of scrimmage. This play, Kevin, take a look out there. You'll see Dustin Jones push the center back, and you'll see number 70, which I think is that Wuchina? You see them just dominate the line of scrimmage, and that lets our linebackers just run free and make tackles.
And we've used the term before. He says, Woodchina, you'd like to block me a little better than you have been. This time the Yellow Jackets, speaking of number 70, Wuchina, he probably is thinking, I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
I was going to mispronounce his name so that his dad wouldn't know. Because his dad was a great football player in his own right. I think he spent some time playing for our Commodores. And we'll just call him Wozniak. That was Wozniak on that offside play.
After actually they called that against Loretto, not against us. So they're saying that they moved. That's okay. Off or illegal procedure against the Loretto Mustangs. Mustangs, after the loss of 5, run their first down play, and they're not going to go anywhere. They maybe pick up 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down 14. I thought that was against us, Tim. I'm looking out there, and they moved the ball back 5 yards as you and I are chatting about our pronunciations and everything else. And
we knew we didn't do anything wrong.
Absolutely.
Great play, Wuchina. Good job.
Absolutely. The way to draw them off. 2nd down 14 for the Yellow Jackets. 2 receivers set to the right side, kind of a wing T formation again. 1 back in the set, 1 back in motion. First guy through is faked handoff. Quarterback steps forward, gets brought down after he takes about 4 additional yards, that step with the ball. It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
That was a nice little play. They blocked down to make our linemen believe it was a run play off the center's tail, and they collapsed down. Quarterback got outside and turned up. That was a nice little play.
Now, I have a question for you here. If you go to the doctor and you've got a sore throat and your name is Ethan Stepp, do they always tell you, regardless of whatever the results, positive, negative, that you have a step throat? Is that the way they do that? 3rd down 10, Mustangs. In motion, Mustangs has 1 player. Stepp gets the ball, moves forward, and he's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play as the Yellow Jackets swarm inside on him, led by Mormon and a few of his friends, taking Stepp down for a loss on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and long.
Stepped right into that on-rushing Yellow Jacket defense, and they just shellacked him. And I hope that's not him down the ground because he was hit hard.
It was. Ethan actually will do his right, give him his due here. He's a good little athlete and just wasn't able to get away that time, pursued heavily by the Yellow Jackets, and glad to see him get up and not have much limp coming off the field, because that means he will be back. Back to punt away again is going to be number 64, Josh Marks, for the Mustangs. And back to receive the punt again is going to be number 17, number 17, Ben Johnson, for the Yellow Jackets.
If he gets a low punt, look for Ben. He may take this to the house.
Are you predicting that this one's going deep?
We've had some really good blocks out on the corner, sealing those guys, and if he hits one low and gets out, no,
kicks it to the left side of the field, it's going to go out of bounds. It hits, takes 1 hop, and goes out of bounds around the 40-yard line. We'll see where they mark it at. It's going to be inside the 40 to the 42-yard line, where the Yellow Jackets take over 1st down and 10, leading 14-0 against the visiting Loretto Mustangs.
Mustangs showing Ben a great deal of respect on that one. I think that ball landed 5 yards out of bounds.
They totally kicked away from him. There's no doubt about it. Coming into this game, the Yellow Jackets offensively have scored 105 points in the region, 198 points on the year, and defensively for the year have given up 140 points, with wins over East Hickman, Richland, and Harpeth in Region 6-2A. Back to throw this time, Raines looking down the field. He's got a receiver, and it's Cassidy. That was a heck of a catch. One catch that's thrown out there, and he does exactly what you're supposed to do as a receiver. You bring it in with your hands, but there's a flag on the play, and we'll see if there's enough men on the line of scrimmage again. I'm afraid with Coach Ron King looking out there, the coordinator for the Yellow Jackets, that he's afraid that there was a
No
illegal
penalty.
set. But King, I believe, has lobbied hard, and it is no penalty. It's going to be a huge gain on the play. Range to Cassidy. Pass is good. First down, Yellow Jackets. Ball spotted inside the 45, all the way to the 44-yard line.
I'm not exactly sure what was being said and what wasn't, but Coach King had that hand on his hips like, I'm going to let you know what's going on here kind of posture, and I think he might have helped the officials realize that that was a perfectly valid play.
Yeah, he did a really good job of debating there with the officiating crew. Coach Chris Whitefield in his second year as head coach of the Yellow Jackets. Offset I formation this time handed to Johnson. Johnson again uses his magical legs. He's going to be brought down for a loss, but no, he dips and dives to the left, and it's going to be a pickup of about 3 on the play. So nothing went for 3. Second down 7, Yellow Jackets. Earlier, I was giving you the stats on the year for the Yellow Jackets, where they had scored 198 and given up 140 on the year. On the contrary, Loretto has scored 56 and given up 287 points on the year. Yellow Jackets 2nd and 7. First guy through, misses the handoff. Raines does to Cassidy. I think that was the intention. Missed him and followed him right through the line of scrimmage, where he's still going to pick up several yards on the play. Not enough for the first down, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that play.
I think he's trying to get it to Cassidy.
Yeah, because Cassidy turned around, looked back toward the huddle, looked to the sidelines, kind of put his hands out like, hey, I didn't get it.
We know he's fast to the line of scrimmage. That time he was faster than he needed to be.
And he was running up behind Big Zach Beard.
Yes, he was. 3rd down 4, Yellow Jackets. On the move again. This time they do get the ball to Cassidy. Cassidy gets across the first down marker, and the referees say, yes, it is a first down. First down, Yellow Jackets. The ball spotted at the 34-yard line.
That's the kind of play as a running back. You get so frustrated. You see that hole there, you see that crease, you hit it up in there, and you catch your foot on someone else's, and it makes you stumble and fall, and you just know that had you not done that, you might have taken that one to the house. You could tell when Ethan got up, he was not happy. That was one of those, he's like, oh, man, I think I could have got me a score.
Well, tonight in a football game that could be pretty ugly, Lewis County is playing East Tickman. East Tickman on the year has given up 313 points on the year, and Lewis County has scored 288 points on the year while only giving up 62.
All right, that's undefeated, I believe, Lewis County.
It is undefeated 9-0 Lewis County.
Ranked 3rd or 4th in the state.
Beat us 32-8 at Lewis County.
And that game, our game against them was a lot closer than that score. We were in the red zone 3 times and came away with nada. And that kind of turned that game around on us. But we hung tough with them, and I sure hope we get a chance to shot at them in the playoffs.
Again over the left side, and I would like to see it too. They were actually saying that the ball was short for the first down by the Yellow Jackets. So on 4th down, the Yellow Jackets go for it, and they pick up the first down to the 30-yard line. I thought they were saying that the first down was already there, and the actual
first down play.
First down marker across the field was already on 1 before they ever ran the play.
Yeah, I was kind of confused because I saw first down and I saw the other end of the marker back here at the 40.
Raines going back, rolling to his right, looking down the field to throw the ball. He has a receiver that's open, and it's going to be picked off this time by Loretto. And I kind of really misspoke. The receiver wasn't open. He's trying to get the ball to Cassidy, and Cassidy was covered man-man there, and it would have been a really tough pass play to get that into him as it was, and the Loretto defender made one heck of a defensive stand there and took the ball away. And second turnover of the night against the Yellow Jackets, 1 fumble, 1 pass interception for the now Loretto stymies this drive, and they take over first down 10.
Yeah, that was a play. Cassidy was behind him, but he was behind him and on the sidelines, so wasn't a lot of room. Ethan would have had to put some air on that and drop it over the defender into Ethan's hands, and that was just a great play by the Loretto defender.
Step back in at quarterback for Loretto, and I tell you, they run a sweep out to the right side that went nowhere.
Fairview showing great team speed. 6 Fairview Yellow Jackets at the point of the tackle on the sidelines. That's good hustle.
That's
and good team speed.
A loss of 5 on the play. Toss sweep goes right, but it goes right backwards.
Yeah, Kevin, if you get a chance, watch this defensive line of Fairview. I believe it's Dustin Jones, Mr. Wachina, and I'm not sure who the other player is on the other side. I can't quite read his number.
He's got 59. Sometimes hard to see. Anthony Turner's out there playing defense right now. Back to throw the ball, and a diving attempt that time by the Mustangs. Number 81 goes incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 15 for the Mustangs. And number 51, Alan Mangrum, comes into the game this time, and coming out of the game is going to be number 59, Anthony Turner. Anthony Turner is a junior, 6-foot junior for the Yellow Jackets. 3rd down 15 Yellow Jackets. 3rd down 15 Mustangs against the Yellow Jacket defense. Third and 15 play, man in motion, going back to throw the ball again. His step, ball is caught, and Johnson tackles number 13 for Loretto.
Fairview brought the house. They brought every linebacker up to the line of scrimmage. That was really one of the only options that they had, and Fairview's defense knew that. They had Ben move up closer to the line of scrimmage, and boy, he just let him know that was his area and don't come back.
4th down 7, and I was being polite and saying that he tackled. I didn't want to say what I really wanted to say, but he whopped that boy.
Yeah, I don't think we
4th
can say
down
exactly
7.
what happened. Not on TV.
Back to kick again. This kick away, Johnson's going to watch it go again to the left side, hoping to get a chance to pick it up, and he's not going to get to. The ball falls dead at the 46-yard line. There's a flag on the play that came in late. I'm not sure if it's holding, pushing, grabbing, personal foul. I'm not real sure. It came in really late after the ball had stopped rolling around. It's going to be a block in the back against the Yellow Jackets when nobody was going for the ball. So that's a couple of times tonight the Yellow Jackets has, that's the 3rd time to be exact, that there's been a penalty against the Yellow Jackets that really came in an awkward time and position on the field.
Yeah, the ball's in the middle, and the Fairview Yellow Jacket probably came up, and the Mustang player was there, and he shoved him to get him out of the way. And I'm just not quite sure about that.
Yep. 1st down 10 Yellow Jackets. In either case, they, again, do not allow a 1st down to Loretto Mustangs. They take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line after the walk-off. Raines in at quarterback, going back to throw the ball. Looks like he's going to go down the field. He does go down the field. This time Johnson not able to go up and pull it in. A pass is a little bit high. Johnson was double-teamed. That time, if Raines could have had time to set his feet, he had Isaac Hewland running down the left side of the field. He was about 10 yards past anybody that was close to him.
Yeah, he got open. If Daniel could have squared his shoulders and fired that ball deep, we'd have picked up a quick 6.
2nd down 10 Yellow Jackets, 45-yard line, their side of the stripe. 2 backs in the set. First man through gets the ball. It's Cassidy. Yeah. Cassidy gets it. Cassidy to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He's being chased, and he gets hit on his feet. Touchdown, Cassidy, 55 yards from line of scrimmage. He hits the hole with the football. Nobody touches him until he gets to the 5, but it's too late. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
I told you about the article in the paper last week when he said the field was wet and it made everybody as slow as him. I don't think C-Train wants people to know just how fast he is. He hit that hole like a bullet, and no one was going to catch him from behind. So, Mr. C-Train, I don't think you can use that excuse that you're slow anymore.
Cassidy, 6 foot 215, used all 6 foot and 215 to hurdle from the 45 to the 50, all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. Yellow Jackets now have taken a commanding lead against the Loretto Mustangs, 21-0, as tonight Caleb Duke 3 for 3 on point afters.
The Fairview offense looks to be clicking tonight against this young, inexperienced Mustang defense. And I just want to make a quick shout out. We got a special guest with us here tonight. My son is in the box with us tonight. Say hey to Colin. He was in Mr. King's class for 3 years, and I know he had a great memories of all of his media time.
Well, last week we had your wife in here. Now we got your son in here.
Yeah.
We just need to get your daughter and your son-in-law and your 18 grandkids.
Well, just 2 grandkids. Bring them all down from Kentucky. Get them all in here, and Coach King get us all a headset. And I don't know if we'll be able to call a game, but we'll have a lot of fun.
It's party time. Caleb Duke will be kicking off for the 4th time tonight as the Yellow Jackets received the opening kickoff tonight, was driving and fumbled the football as they were in the Mustang territory. This time Duke sets the ball down, and as we've seen all year long, he aims to the right sideline, and everyone has adjusted to it. One of these games, we're going to see Duke turn around and kick to the left side that's wide open, and somebody's going to get we're going to pick the ball up around the 4 or 5 yard line for basically an onside kick that's really a long side kick.
Right. And my offer of $2 to the special teams coach, if they'll have him do that when they see that the other offensive team has shifted strong left away from him.
Now, is that an illegal recruiting violation, or is that that's not you're not recruiting the guy to do anything. You're just –
it's a blatant payoff, but
it's a bribery. I mean,
yeah.
It is what it is.
It is. Yeah, it's just $2, so I think I'm under that limit to keep me out of jail.
First down, 10 Mustangs. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. 21-0 homestanding Fairview Yellow Jackets. Last home game of the year. Tons of seniors out there pouring their heart out, seeing a lot of fruit of their labor. And again, the Mustangs try a tall sweep, and it's hit by number 23. Let's see, I believe it was, 43 and 17 converge on the play at that time. Ben Johnson along with number 43, Clay Hare, junior Clay Hare, both of those guys in on the tackle. Again, loss on the play, 2nd down and 15.
7-8-player Yellow Jackets on that tackle. And if you look out there, Kevin, they made quite a few changes on the defense, and they're still out there hustling, still out there making tackles.
We could have actually for the night against the Mustangs right now. I'm not sure they have any plus yardage on offense. We'll find out at halftime.
And I'm positive they don't have any first downs.
2nd down, 15 Mustangs, man in motion, step back to throw the ball, gets it down the field. Well, there went to the first down thing. They do have a first down. Get across midfield. The ball is stripped by Johnson. I think Johnson stripped it and got it, and he did. Number 13 for the Mustangs gets the catch, moves across midfield. Johnson comes in as the second guy to hit him and says, hey, I'm going to not only hit you, I'm going to swipe at the ball, and he got it. Gets it and falls on it. First down, Yellow Jackets after the takeaway.
And what would have been the first down for the Mustangs. That was a nice play over the middle. Tight end catches the ball, makes great yardage. Ben makes him pay the price. Strips him of the ball.
Number 13
yes,
for,
sir.
Okay, Bryce Glass was the player for the Mustangs that caught the pass. It was a good throw from Step to Glass. Too bad his name wasn't Stone. We call it Stepping Stone, but instead it's Stepping Glass. Raines gets the ball. He's refusing to go down. He was going to run the quarterback option that time, but we have another flag on the field, and at the spot of the flag, so you typically just don't have enough men on the line of scrimmage.
That'd be the 2nd time tonight.
It is going to be a walk-off against the Yellow Jackets. First down, 15 after the walk-off of 6 yards. I'm sorry.
Daniel Raines coming in.
First down, 15. Yellow Jackets after the 5-yard penalty that had a 6-yard walk-off.
I was wondering.
You knew I was going to say something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 2 backs in the set. Raines still under center. Yellow Jackets leading 21-0. Handoff this time is picked up by Loretto, but Raines pulls the ball back away from Cassidy. Picks up 5 yards after they were tackling Cassidy, moving him back, but he didn't have the ball. Raines that time successfully pulls it out of the gut, picks up the 5 yards that was lost on the penalty. 2nd down 10.
You know, being up here, Kevin, and being in a better position, you see a lot of the officials, they do that. They start with their left foot, and then that becomes the starting point. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it ends up being a 6-yard penalty. I've never seen a 4 yet this year, but I've seen a lot of 6.
One receiver to the right, looks like Gertchen. 2 backs in the set. Handoff this time going left is Johnson. Johnson's hit in the backfield, gets across midfield for a couple on the play, but it was really good pursuit that time by the defense of Loretto that brings Johnson down, hits him in the backfield, doesn't give him an opportunity to do anything special with the ball. 3rd down and a long 8 for the Yellow Jackets. The ball now on Mustang side of the field.
Fairview runs that unique punt formation. If they can catch the other team in the wrong formation, I think they're set up to go for the 1st down. But this one being 3rd and 9, they'll probably, being up 21-0, I believe they'll just, well.
2 backs in the set, 2 receivers to the right side, 1 offset of the line. Back to throw is Raines. He's got a receiver down
Ryan
the field.
Collins out in front.
We had Collins out there running with him. He also had out in the formation Gertchen that was open. He was there for a while. I think that, again, one of the few times on the year, Raines held onto the ball maybe a tad long and allowed the pursuit to get to him a little bit and then kind of forced the play. Ball falls incomplete. We're going to see our first punt of the night.
I thought that last play was 4th down, and here I'm saying 3rd down. I blew it. Sorry, I apologize. But at that particular play, he had Ryan out in front of him. I'm thinking he should have just kept the rock and gone down.
This time, Caleb Duke kicks the ball away. Ball hits at the 20, goes out of bounds. It takes a Fairview bounce forward and away from the receiver. Goes out of bounds inside the 20-yard line to the 18, where Loretto takes over for another opportunity here in the 1st half. We've had a lot of opportunities for each team here in the 1st half.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities. 45 seconds left. Loretto might just take a knee, down 21-0. I don't think they'll do anything high risk. Of course, you know, Kevin, they don't have anything to lose.
No.
This would be a great opportunity to try a trick play or go deep, see if they can find something on this Yellow Jacket defense. But I just don't see them creating a crease that'll get them that kind of play.
As you're seeing tonight, as we span the crowd with the cameras, it is October 31, Halloween night here in Fairview, and so far it's been all tricks. You got a pass going up that may be intercepted, and it is knocked down by the Yellow Jackets, number 8, Hopkins. It's going to be 2nd down 10. That ball could have very easily been intercepted, but it was a good defensive play by the receiver of Loretto against the defender, actually, for Fairview, Hopkins on the play.
Yeah, very good play. Fairview could have had another opportunity to score just before half.
Yeah, Calvin went up that time, and I thought he had a good chance to bring it in, but again, it really was a good play by the receiver to keep him from intercepting that ball.
Right, Big Ben was making his way over there too.
2nd down 10. 40.2 seconds left here in the 1st half. Loretto, I think everybody still has all their timeouts left here in the 1st half. Loretto going back to throw again, gets the ball out. Ball falls incomplete. Pass intended that time for the receiver out. Number 16, Jake Boutram.
Loretto's got to be careful. If they don't burn up very much clock, they're going to have to punt.
Ball, I mean, actually the time's just inside 40 seconds, 3rd down 10. And, I mean, if you're Fairview at this point with a 21-0 lead, and it appears that you can never take anything for granted. So do you call timeout, Tim, if they run the ball here and just to have a shot at something? Well, they're going to run the ball this time, and they may get a 1st down, and they do actually on the option play. This time Stepp picks up 11 yards on the option play. 1st down Loretto.
What kind of takes all of that little what-if situation scenarios out of there, right?
Never mind. In the game for the Yellow Jackets, number 53, Terrence Taylor. After the timeout is taken, this time by Loretto after getting the option quarterback run for 11 yards, getting their first down. We should see a lot of Yellow Jackets in the game tonight, and we'll do our best to get you every player that enters the game so that if you're watching this replay, whether it's Monday night on Channel 3 or Wednesday night on Channel 19 or whenever it might be, it's always a proud moment to see your kid on the sideline. When they get in the game, it's even more special sometimes, but certainly just being out there on the field as part of the team. Every one of these guys, whether they're in the game playing full-time, both sides of the ball, they're working just as hard at practice as anybody.
That's right. They're going to practice. They're hitting the weights. They're keeping their grades up. They're behaving in school and in the community, being a good representative of this Fairview Yellow Jacket football team. And this could be a night where they all get an opportunity to play. And my hat's off to the staff and these players this year. They've been a great group of kids, and the coaches have done a wonderful job.
Tidwell in the game that we can see for sure at this point. Loretto now, after picking up their first down, may start going back, throwing the ball again. They get the ball down the field. They've got a receiver that's covered and almost an interception that time by Gertchen. Again, number 81 for Loretto goes from being a receiver to a defender because he was covered so well by the Fairview Yellow Jackets. So DJ Matherney, Tim, has actually been a defender more on this series than he has been an offensive receiver.
You know, I am really impressed with the Fairview Yellow Jacket defensive backfield this whole year. They have jammed a lot of these receivers, and they've got a lot of interceptions, and they've played tough defense all year long.
Second down 10. Handoff this time, faked up the middle. Step gets the ball, goes around the outside. He's hit by 2 or 3 Yellow Jackets, and it looks like there's going to be a hold or some penalty against the Mustangs this time. With under 30 seconds left here in the first half of play, it's actually going to be a face mask against the Yellow Jackets, which is going to give the Mustangs a little more life because that's going to be a 15-yard walk-off.
That had to come in late because Big Ben had him around the shoulders and was taking him down.
Actually calling an incidental face mask instead of a personal foul face mask. Timeout Loretto. Ball moving closer to midfield at the 44-yard line. Loretto with first down.
Number 43, Clay Hare, comes into the ball game to replace C-Train. Give him a little blow and give Clay Hare a chance to get out there and get a nice hard tackle before halftime.
15.6 seconds left here in the first half, where the Yellow Jackets are leading 21-0 on the visiting Loretto Mustangs. But Tim, going back to the rivalry days, I can remember where Boo Johnson one game actually he kind of got stomped on a little bit by the other team.
Well, this team was those games were such a rivalry. If you were moving and a player hadn't heard the whistle, they were going to hit you both sides of the ball. And you remember back in those days, there were a lot of yellow hankies out there for hits after the play and for hits that the referees deemed just inappropriate. That was a heated rivalry, and I see those days coming back with this realignment.
Well, I tell you, and after some of the games, the play didn't stop because it rolled over into the fans of both teams. They were so competitive against each other. The game between Loretto and Fairview a lot of times determined back then when there was only 2 of the teams in the district that went to the playoffs. It typically determined who was either going to be 1, 2, and sometimes whether or not there was going to be 2 or 3,
right?
Whether they were getting into the playoffs.
And for a lot of years,
left.
Loretto was the team we needed to beat to get over the hump.
Pass down the field is going to be, it looks like he's going to call it a catch. And it is a catch inside the Fairview territory. Ball spotted down at the 44-yard line. Clock stopped as they moved the chains.
Yeah.
First down Loretto. Step doing a really good job in using his last timeout. I'm not sure what kind of a kicker Loretto has from a distance perspective, but at this point we're still in the 60 range, and there's only about 10 seconds left in the first half of the football game.
9.3. They might try a traditional pass down the sideline. You might look for a hook and ladder pass where a guy cuts in off the middle to get something. But like I say, Loretto's got nothing to lose. And, Fairview's got to shut them down here.
0-9 on the year coming into this game, 0-5 in Region 6-2A. Certainly knowing that they come into this game as prohibitive underdogs. Yellow Jackets just can't lose the authority that they have in this game. They really need to stop the Mustangs at this point and don't give them any life at all going into the second half.
Right.
And it's not out of the question to see a touchdown that's run back here, because the Yellow Jackets, if they get their hands on it, the speed that we have on defense, they could go what they call pick six.
Yep.
You figure Stepp has got to throw the football, because if they run it here and get tackled, that's the end of the first half. Stepp going back, looking to his left, and he's going to be brought down for a 5-yard loss. Yellow Jackets, number 51 for the Yellow Jackets, comes in and makes the sack against the Mustangs. And so we go to the halftime with Alan Mangrum sack on the play. Fairview High School homestanding Yellow Jackets on trick-or-treat night lead 21-0 against the visiting Loretto Mustangs.
Stand by for our Halloween halftime.
We'll see you here in just a few moments for the second half. We're ready for the second half here in just a few moments, but I wanted to throw some shouts out. One of the faculty here at Fairview High School wanted to give me a list of folks that were nominated for a few of the awards here at Fairview High School. One of those rewards is called the Respect Reward, and there are several students that were nominated for that, and I'm just going to go down the list, and before I actually go down the list, the ones that received the most nominations was Kayla Sledge. So when I go down the list, all of these folks has a respect nomination. That's pretty cool to be in that category. We've got in alphabetical order here, the best that I can. Lauren Anderson, Clinton Beard, Christina Blackwell, Dakota Bryson, Shelby Buttrey, Carson Dubose, Ashley Ellison, Jill Farrell, Marcella Gianella, Raymond Goodboo, Amber Gordon, Kendra Green, Ethan Greer, Landon Hardison, Leica Herndon, Jerica Hilton, Emily Joe, Bo Johnson, Trevor Johnson, Luke Jordan, Jacob Lampley, Ashley Lowry, Britton Martin, Kaylin McTaggart, Ashlyn Mignot, Danielle Moore, Carissa Mulheron, Chelsea Mundy, Kelly Osborne, Yanni Parker. Yanni's worked several of our broadcasts, by the way. Gray Pendergrass, Marcus Pennington, Ethan Russell, Kayla Sledge, Nick Wallace, and Cora Waters. And the reason I mention this, a lot of these students sometimes don't get mentioned during the broadcast and don't get any kudos thrown their ways, and certainly deserve it. And I've got a few more we'll get to toward the end of the game that were nominated for some other things. But we're going to get second half kickoff underway, and Duke kicks the ball that lands down. The Yellow Jackets are going to have a chance for the football, and I'm not sure if they got it or not, but certainly the Mustang team did not hustle to the football. Landed. Yellow Jackets had a chance to get the football, but the Mustangs ended up with the ball. Tim, did you see? It actually hit. I thought we had a chance there for the ball.
Yeah, Fairview's outside contain man got to the ball first, but I think we have that high school rule where the defensive or the kicking team cannot be the first to touch the ball, and he kind of touched it, and I think that made the ball dead, and I think it goes over to the Mustangs, if I'm not mistaken on that rule.
Trailing 21-0, it's going to be first down 10. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line for the Loretto Mustangs. Trailing again here against the homesteading Yellow Jackets. Stepp gets the ball handed off to the first guy through. Stepp was hit late after he'd handed off by Mormon, but the first guy through got the ball, which was number 39. Picks up a gain of a couple on the play. Matt Weigert gets the football. Tim, I couldn't tell who made the tackle, but it was a bunch of Yellow Jackets that was in on the play from the very get-go.
Too much gang tackling. I think Ethan was in on the play. Number 51, I believe, was in on the play. I think Dustin was over there in on the play. We'll just call it a host of Yellow Jacket tacklers.
Second down 8. Stepp still in at quarterback. Kind of a wing formation again in motion. Running the sweep. Stepp's going to be hit in the backfield immediately and brought down by, looks like Cassidy got to him in the backfield before he had a chance to toss the ball away. It's going to be a loss on the play of, after a gain of 3, 3rd and 11. So it's going to be a loss of 3 on the play, or excuse me, a gain of 2 on the play, loss of 3 on the play, 3rd down 11.
Football is such a team sport. Dustin Jones comes off the line, contains I believe it was the tight end and the tackle. He takes them both. He drives them down the line. That leaves lanes for our linebackers and our other linemen to pursue and make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage or for short or no gains.
3rd down 11, Loretto. Glass in motion. This time ball pitched back, hits the ground. It's a scramble for the ball on the ground. It looks like Loretto got back on the football, which they did. It's going to bring up now 4th down on another loss of yards by the Mustangs. Mustangs come out up the middle, and then they tried a couple tall sweeps, but the Yellow Jacket line just pushes their way back into the backfield and doesn't give the Mustangs any chance. A loss of 3 on the play.
Fairview's running that core 3-down lineman, and they're shifting to the strong side of the Mustangs, just giving them nothing, bringing up a 4th down.
Back to punt again is the Mustangs. They're trying to kick away from Johnson, even to a point that they'd rather kick the ball out of bounds than give him a chance to return the football. They kick it out of bounds. It's going to be a punt of maybe 20 yards. It's going to be 1st down at the 48-yard line on the Mustang side of the field. So they've made their choice, Tim. They would rather kick it out of bounds, take a short punt, than give the opportunity to Johnson to return one the distance.
Yeah, Fairview's punt return team tonight has just played excellent when they've got the ball into Big Ben Johnson's hands, and I think the Mustangs have just decided enough of that.
Yeah, Marks kicking totally away from Ben Johnson. In the backfield, you have Johnson and Cassidy up front. The ball this time handed to Cassidy. Cassidy is going to get a quick pickup of about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 for the Yellow Jackets.
I still think the Jackets are going to run that play action where they fake up the middle, and then Daniel Range drops back a quick 3 and then looks down the sidelines. I think that play could open up here early in the 3rd quarter.
After the spot, it's going to be a gain of 3 for Cassidy. 2nd down, 7. Jonathan Jubilee split out to the right side with Hewlin. This time, Raines keeps the ball, fakes the handoff up the middle, keeps the ball, doesn't toss it out to Cassidy, doesn't really have much either direction he would have gone that time, well defended by the Loretto defense. It may be a gain of 1, if any, on the play. Let's give him 1 and call it 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, on that type of play, I'd really like to see Daniel recognize that he's going to have that defensive end turning down on him, that linebacker shooting the gap. Get that pitch out there real quick and see what Ethan can do at the corner.
From what I could understand at halftime, the Yellow Jackets tonight are being scouted by Camden, so evidently Camden feels this is going to be the team they play. Hand off to Johnson to the right side, trying to hustle his way through the line of scrimmage and then fight for the additional yards to get the 1st down. Not able to do so, brought down at the 41-yard line, 3 yards short of the 1st down. Yellow Jackets deciding to bring the punt team on with Caleb Duke. Doesn't mean they're going to punt, but they're going to go ahead and try to play the field position game since they know defensively they've been extremely strong against the Loretto offense.
It's interesting you tell me that Camden's over here because I understand we had some folks watching Camden here a few weeks back, maybe on our bye week.
This time it is snapped directly back to Daniel Raines. Raines gets the 1st down, makes another move, gets past the 20, inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. And instead of the snap back to Duke, snap goes back to Raines. Raines picks up a bundle on the play. 1st down, Yellow Jackets to the 17-yard line.
That'll be a play that the Camden Scouts put down in their clipboard.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, well, they probably won't do that because they are being scouted. Well, that's what I get for thinking.
Yeah, and you know, Camden was that team we played last year in the playoffs. That was a knockdown. Boy, there was a lot of hard hitting going on at that game. Fairview came up on the short end, but it was a hard-fought, hard-hitting game the entire game.
2 backs in the set this time. Fake handoff to Johnson, rolling to the
He's
right
open.
side is Raines. Raines going back to his left side. He's being drugged down to the backfield for a sack on the play by number 30, Jordan Lee, for the Loretto Mustangs.
And number 13 had outside contain. He's the one that took that passing lane away from Daniel because it looked like they were going to go deep. Jubilee ran an in and out route, and he was breaking out and he was breaking open, but Daniel didn't have enough time to set those feet and fire.
Looked like you had a couple of options there also, Tim. You looked like maybe they were setting up for a screen left because you had Johnson also setting over on the left side waiting for a pass, but unfortunately they just couldn't get it away to either one of the options that time. Now under center is going to be number 10 for the Yellow Jackets, and that's Nate Tidwell. Tidwell is hit immediately after getting the snap. It's going to be a huge loss again on the play for the Yellow Jackets back to the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 17 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets.
Whew. Young Mr. Tidwell took one for the team on that one.
Nate comes in and says, hey, why me? 3rd down 17. Ball spotted at the 20, just inside the 25-yard line. And from where we're at right now, it's a 42-yard field goal attempt if we don't gain any additional yards. But positive attitude here gets us a 1st down. Going back to throw, Raines. Going over to the left side to Johnson. Johnson got the block he needed. He's going to try to get outside, and he does. Going toward the pylon, inside the pylon. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets, 24 yards out.
Fairview's announcer makes the call. No hankies on the play. That was a great play. That's the play you were talking about when they went deep. I think they were looking to set that play up, and Ben got the great block at the point of attack.
Looked like Ryan Collins, I thought, came back and made that block and freed him up, and then Johnson used his athletic ability to get out and get inside the pylon for the touchdown. Yeah, Johnson with the hold, kick up and away, high, long, and through the middle. It's good, 28-0 Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I didn't see who it was. It may have been Ryan, but he made a good block, and then Ben Johnson just turns it on. He's deceptively fast.
It was 55 or 56. I was trying to pick it up on the play, and it could have either been Dustin or Ryan that made the key block that freed up Ben to get outside and again, use his athletic ability to run away from the defense. And great play call right there. You cannot draw that up any better.
They ran kind of that similar formation they ran. Look on that play 2 plays back when they were doing the out and up, and he just turns back, fires it over to Ben Johnson. Great play. What they did was they were catching the Mustangs. They were pursuing quickly to the ball and to Daniel Raines. Great call. Great call, Coach King.
Ben Johnson, senior night here in Fairview. 3rd touchdown of the night. One through the air and 2 on the ground. And then Ethan Cassidy picked up a 55-yard touchdown run for the 4th touchdown score of the night. Duke he's getting a workout tonight with his kickoffs, no doubt about it. This ball is kicked down toward the 25-yard line, picked up by Loretto. Loretto actually has got some room to get outside, but no, they don't, because the Yellow Jackets converge. Number 32, and also, let's see, was that Cassidy also in there on the tackle? And it was.
I think so.
32 and 36. A total of 68 on the tackle. Josh Porter, number 32, and number 36, the C-Train, in on the tackle.
I think we may start seeing some substitutions coming up here quickly for the Yellow Jackets so they can rest some of these players and get ready for Camden.
33-yard lines where the Mustangs will take over, 1st down and 10, trailing 28-0 against the homestanding Yellow Jackets on trick-or-treat night. Right now it's been a lot of tricks and not a lot of treats for the visitors. Strep gets the ball knocked loose, and it looks like the Yellow Jackets may have fallen on the ball.
They did.
And they did. It's going to be football going to the black and gold of the Yellow Jackets. 1st down and 10. Step gets the ball, tries to go around the right side. I couldn't tell who hit him, but they knocked the ball loose. It bounded forward, picked up by the Yellow Jackets, where they're now coming back on offense to try to move the score out to 30+ to nothing.
This could be, I'm not sure, I'm not the coach, but Kevin, this could be the last offensive series where we see the full complement of the first team playing for the Yellow Jackets.
You have Johnson and you have Cassidy in the backfield. This time handed off to Cassidy to the right side. Cassidy running hard. His 6'2", 215 frame gets him inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 4 or 5 on the play. 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6 for the Yellow Jackets. One thing I absolutely admire about the way that Cassidy runs is his legs never stop.
Yeah, he's the train. You get them moving, they don't stop.
Kind of reminds you, as you sit at one of those little cross sections, and you're sitting there watching the wheels on the track, and they just keep going and going. That's what's happening. Offset I formation this time. Ball faked handoff. Raines keeps the ball. He's being brought back and tackled by number 30 of the Mustangs. But before He's tackled. He gets the forward motion to the 30-yard line. Raines actually was in a very precarious situation that time and actually may have hurt his leg a little bit because he was taken down and rolled over on a couple of times by the defender, which was Jordan Lee for the Mustangs. So with that being the case, we'll probably see Tidwell come back in at quarterback at this point for the Yellow Jackets, and that may have been the last play that we'll see for Daniel Raines running at the quarterback slot.
Yeah, I see Daniel coming back behind the team. I think the trainer's going to come over and take a look at him. Yep.
So timeout on the field. I believe the Yellow Jackets burned a timeout there. Not really burned a timeout. They called a timeout to give Daniel a chance to get off the field. Yellow Jackets have been in total control tonight. And as the Region 6-2A stands going into tonight, at least 3 of the spots are already filled for the playoffs. Lewis County, regardless of what happens tonight, which they should have a win against East Hickman, will move them 6-0 in Region 6-2A and 10-0 on the year. Hickman County plays Richmond tonight. Plays Richland tonight. Richland could sneak up and beat them, dropping their Region 6-2A record to 4-2 and moving them to 7-3 on the year. With Hickman County's win over the Yellow Jackets, that would trump card us as the second seed out of Region 6-2A, as it looks like we are going to win tonight and move to 4-2 in Region 6-2A. Yellow Jackets with a 3rd down 5 play. At quarterback is Johnson. Johnson takes the ball, uses his leg and his abilities to get inside the 20, rumbling all the way down to the 16-yard line. First down, Yellow Jackets.
Need a player, plug in Ben Johnson. Need a quarterback, call Ben. Need a wide receiver, call Ben.
Yeah, Johnson was that quarterback to start the year. And certainly the Yellow Jackets with Raines at quarterback, using the elements of Johnson in different positions outside of being that quarterback, has been very successful, no question about it. But as Raines has come out, Johnson's going to finish off the drive behind the center. He gets this snap and moves it straight forward. He must have saw something. He's not going to pick up much on the play, but he is going to get about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
I'd like to see a nice little hot handoff to Tyler Mormon up there and see him get him 6 before the night is over. I think I see him in the backfield.
That's back to the chant that you had earlier, Tyler.
Right.
Tyler's in the offset I formation, the guy in the back of the I. And it would be good to see him as a senior get an opportunity. And he gets the ball. He's got an opening toward the goal line.
Come on,
He's
Tyler.
rumbling.
Come on,
One
Tyler.
move, second move. Tim gets his wish. Touchdown! Tyler Mormon and the Yellow Jackets into the end zone, but not after move. He goes left, right. It was a march if there ever was one. Past the G into the end zone. So the turnover against the Mustangs turns into another 6 points for the Yellow Jackets. 34-0 Yellow Jackets.
Good sustained downfield blocking offensive line. You saw Tyler making move after move, but he was making move, cutting off those linemen as they were pushing those Mustangs backward.
Ball set down, and the kick up and away is no good this time. It's wide left when Caleb Duke has missed the extra point this year. I would venture to say that 99% of them have been left.
Fairview's flag man has taken on a new look. I do believe he's grown himself an afro between halftime and the 3rd quarter. You got to hand it to all these cheerleaders and the cheer squad, these group of seniors that go out there and cheer on these Fairview Yellow Jackets every week. Good job, guys.
Absolutely, and as we said earlier, we're hoping to see a lot of these other guys get on the field because they work extremely hard during the week preparing this team to be ready to play against whomever they face off with. Yellow Jackets leading 34-0. And I believe the mercy rule, Tim, is 35 points. Is that right?
That's right. It's when the clock's.
That's when the clock runs continuously. So with a 34-0 lead, we currently are not in the mercy rule mode. And you may ask, what is the mercy rule? Mercy rule is if a score gets out there. It's kind of like a 10-run rule if you're playing in a softball or a little league rule. What a block that time by number 42 against, actually, Tyler Mormon that time. Number 42 of Loretto. He came up and caught Tyler Mormon going full speed ahead. Michael Allen put a good lick on Tyler Mormon. Tyler's going to remember that one for the rest of the week. But the Yellow Jackets, after the short kickoff there, get the Mustangs down at the 40-yard line. So the Mustangs start with only 60 yards needed to get into the end zone.
Yeah. Here they're making some changes. I see Clay Cook. I believe that's number 23.
Eric Phillips, number 30, into the game, also a senior.
And number 32.
Getting his opportunity right here. Yellow Jackets looking to the sideline. Mustangs come to the line of scrimmage. Step still at the quarterback spot. Overlooking the defense at this point. Changing the play, checking off. And we've got several people moving. The left side of the line, the Yellow Jackets. Jones jumping off for the Yellow Jackets. So we'll see if it's going to be against the defense, which I think it actually is. It's going to be 5 walked against the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be first down and 5 for the Mustangs.
And, Kevin, I believe number 32, Josh Porter, another senior's out on the field as they all get out there and get a chance to bang heads here.
First down 5. Yellow Jackets, last minute, run onto the field. Ivan Wuchina. Step has some room. He gets across the middle, gets the first down into the Yellow Jacket territory. Finally brought down by the Yellow Jacket defense. Tackled by number 32, Josh Porter, senior Josh Porter.
Isaac Hewlin I think, is in at safety. We've seen him a lot on offense. He's back there playing safety. Another senior.
Joey Leach was also in on that defensive play. Leach comes to the sideline. First down 10 after the big run that time by Step. In motion, this time's Glass. Glass gets the handoff on the misdirection play, gets across the 40, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a gain of 4 on the play, second down and 6.
That was a delayed handoff for the Mustangs. I was ready for one of the Yellow Jackets to come by and just tell him, I'll take that.
Yeah, I tell you, 13 Glass, Bryce Glass went in motion. Looks like he was going to be going across the line of scrimmage, stopped, reversed his field, and basically misdirection handoff on the play, picked up about 4 yards for the second down, 6 play that's going to be upcoming. Ball spotted just inside the 40 on the Yellow Jacket side of the field. Step with a hard count. Yellow Jackets don't move. Glass in motion, but the hard count evidently went way to the right side of the field as the wide receiver did move across the line of scrimmage. Offsides, illegal procedure against Loretto is going to bring up now second down, 11 yards to go. And after the...
How many yards was that, Kevin?
Tit for tat. It's a 5-yard penalty, walked off for a good 6 again, this time in our favor. I'm sorry. I can't help but laugh. We've seen that several times. One time this year, 5-yard walk-off, went a good solid 7.5. Sack it down at 12. Step fakes the handoff, gets the toss back to Glass. Glass doesn't have anywhere to go. Swarmed down for a huge loss on the play by the Yellow Jackets. Do you want to? I know we had Cassidy on the play. We had number 51 in on the play, Alan Mangrum. It was a bunch. It was a lot of them.
When it's like that, I just like to say a host of Yellow Jacket tacklers. It's just too difficult to tell.
Third down, 14 yards to go after the loss against the Mustangs. Mustangs trailing 34-0. This time going back to throw the ball down the field is Stepp. Stepp he had Glass open and just overthrew him, and it would have been plenty of distance for the first down. Pass, good play call that time. Stepp faked the handoff, went back, just misconnected with his receiver.
They set that play up on some of those earlier plays, the handoff, the misdirection handoff. They brought Fairview up to the line of scrimmage. They just couldn't connect.
On Halloween night, the Yellow Jackets have not been perfect toast for the Loretto Mustangs, as the Mustangs have come in looking to upset the Yellow Jackets, and right now that doesn't appear to be any possibility. With 4th down and 14 upcoming here, Stepp going back to throw the ball. Same play, they get the ball down the field. This time he makes a good throw, and it's a good catch by Glass. Same exact play they ran. The Yellow Jackets didn't adjust. It's going to be a big pickup by the Mustangs. First down, Mustangs.
Yeah, Fairview looks like I don't know what, but they're playing a soft zone out there, and they're giving them that play over the middle. Yeah, the Mustang offensive coordinator seeing that, just come back with the same play. If Fairview's not going to come up, they'll run it underneath and get the first down.
28 on the 28-yard line as the ball is spotted. Loretto decides not to try to run another play, which is fine with us because we have a better angle on the other side of the field from up here in the booth. So it's going to be the end of the third quarter. The homestanding, senior-laden Fairview High School Yellow Jackets go into the fourth quarter, leading Loretto Mustangs 34-0.
You know, Kevin, when this fourth quarter starts, we've already seen it on the defensive side. They're giving a lot of these hardworking seniors that don't normally get a lot of playing time on both sides of the ball some time out there to get some hits in and get some plays in when they're on offense. And I think we're going to see the same thing when Fairview gets this ball back.
You know, Fairview going into next week's playoff game, we know they're going to be traveling, and if it is against Camden, we would certainly love to see the Yellow Jackets get a win out of that and go to the second level.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I mentioned earlier or if you were watching earlier in the broadcast, if there is any opportunity for this game to be broadcast and replayed in Fairview on Channel 3 and Channel 19, there needs to be a donation or a collection of money of about $500 for the production class to have an opportunity to reproduce this and go travel to the game based on TSSAA rules and what we have to pay to put this on air next week. So, again, if anyone is watching this on Monday night, no matter where you're living, whether it's in Franklin, Brentwood, and you're watching it on Channel 3 or Channel 19 in Fairview or Channel 3 in Fairview on Comcast, if you want to be part of that, I just encourage you to call the school, make a donation. If this is the way that this is the only way you're able to watch the team play, make the call and let's get the money to the school.
Very well said, Kevin. Very well said. I know the kids would like to have the opportunity to get out there and work a playoff game. We certainly would like the opportunity to get out there and call the game, and it gives our community a chance, for those who won't be able to travel all the way to Camden, an opportunity to watch the ball game on Channel 3.
Absolutely. Local Channel 19 comes on Wednesday nights around 6 o'clock. So if you're watching this replay on Channel 3 on Monday night, which usually is around 9 o'clock, you also get a chance to let your friends know that it will be on Wednesday nights. Thanks again for watching it, and we'll give you the students' names that are bringing the broadcast tonight here real soon. Handoff from Stepp to the first man through the line of scrimmage on a 2nd down and 10. It's a pickup on the play down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for the Mustangs. Gain of 6 on the play. Yellow Jackets certainly want to, Tim, as we got into a late game the other day, they want to have the 0 when they leave here. They don't want to give up any points. They want the shutout.
Yeah, and the Yellow Jacket staff would love to have it, and I think these players on the field that are getting an opportunity to play, they definitely want to go out there and show that they can save the shutout for the team. First man through gets the ball. I'm not sure he got to the 20-yard line. He's a little short of the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and just about a foot. And
Well, 4th down at about 2 as it's spotted. And certainly Loretto has nothing to gain to try to put 3 points on the board. So Steps coming back to the huddle after getting the instructions from the coaching staff of the Loretto Mustangs. 4th down 2. Yellow Jackets can make a stand right here and get the ball back and sway the offense away.
Oh!
Ball handed off. I'm not sure he got it, Tim. He got the ball. He saw some room. He's like, I'm going to take it, move forward. The side judge running in, spotting the ball just at the 20-yard line.
On the other side.
I don't think he got it.
No, Tyler Mormon flew off the snap, and he just got a great
And it is
hit.
a first down, but it's a first down Yellow Jackets instead of the Mustangs.
Man, they beat the Mustangs on the snap count, and they just knocked the fire out of that runner. Held him short. Fairview first down. Great job, defense. He's on.
Down 10 Yellow Jackets. Handoff this time to Mormon to the right side. Johnson staying in at quarterback. Again, it's his senior night for the Yellow Jackets. This could very well be the last time they get a chance to play in front of their homestanding crowd.
Well, there's no doubt about it. This is their last game here. A good chance this is their last game here at Fairview football field, unless a lot of the top-seeded teams in the playoffs go down.
Handoff this time by the Yellow Jackets isn't going to pick up much. And tonight, let's go the folks that are responsible for bringing you this game certainly is not Tim and myself. This is Kevin Anderson and Tim French calling the game. Bob King is the producer of the game, but the real stars of this game are the folks that are working behind the scenes. John Perez, Ala Belay, Zach Albano, Kayla McCoy, Jason Roberts, Alexander Gillette, Weston Jones, Kaylee Waller, Oliver Arney. All of these folks are out there doing one heck of a job, and the Yellow Jackets get the play, get down the field. It's going to be a big pickup on the game, a big pickup right there to get the first down. Number 32 for the Yellow Jackets. That is going to be Josh Porter with the big pickup on the play. First down, Yellow Jackets. Johnson in at quarterback. I guess this first team is getting some extra experience getting ready for their playoff game next week. 34-0 lead, toss out to Mormon. Mormon gets hit hard by the Loretto defense. And there was actually a pretty hard collision that time. Number 81 for Loretto, DJ Matherney, kind of hit head on with Tyler right there. And DJ went down holding his head a little bit. I think he may be looking up, seeing a few stars. Those are not reindeer, young man. Those are stars. Second down and 14 after the big loss on the play. And that was a really good hit, though, by DJ.
Yeah. You look at that front four for the Mustangs, and I believe every one of them's coming back next year. They got good size. With another year under their belt, they're going to be tough.
Second down 14. At quarterback for the Yellow Jackets is Johnson, rolling out to his right side. He's being grabbed a hold of. He throws the ball down the field, and the ball was almost caught. Johnson refused to go down, gets the ball out toward number 5, Alex Gertchen. Gertchen was unable to come up with it, but instead of about a 10-yard loss on the play, getting the ball out in a way saved any loss whatsoever. So third down and 14 on the upcoming play for the Yellow Jackets.
Ben Johnson showing great strength to not go down when he's being tackled, and showing great arm strength to fire that ball about 20 yards down the field as he's going down.
And Ala, you have done a great job tonight controlling the sound for Tim and I. We really appreciate that.
I think she's muted me a few times on purpose, though.
Probably so, and I know she has me. She looked at me and says, I'm muting you. Johnson rolls out to the right side. He's going to pick up about 8 or 9 on the play. It is going to be a gain of about 9. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1 for the Yellow Jackets. The ball now on the Mustang side of the field, and the Yellow Jackets look like they're going to bring the putting unit onto the field, and they are. The last time they brought the team onto the field to punt the ball away, they snapped it to the short man, which was Daniel Raines, and Raines took the ball for about 24 yards and picked up a first down on the 4th down play. They could do the same thing here for the Yellow Jackets, but no, they snapped the ball back with a 34-0 lead. And Caleb Duke kicks the ball over the head of the receiver. He tries to pick it up, loses control of it, picks it up at the goal line, and it's going to be tackled at the 3-yard line. It was a boomer from Caleb Duke.
Wow, that was a great punt. Let me see, that's about a 55-yard punt, isn't it, Kevin?
Let's see, the ball was on the 48-yard line, picked up at the 3-yard line initially. So 45-yard punt.
Nice punt.
And most of it, when you're talking about the 15 yards back from the center, most of that was in the air that landed, and the ball would have gone into the end zone had not the receiver for the Mustangs tried to pick it up, which fumbled around, and ultimately his coach is saying, dude, let it go in the end zone. We'll get it at the 20. Now we're at the 3. Back to throw is Stepp. Stepp gets hit initially by number 43. 43 for the Yellow Jackets is Clay Hare, the junior. He's going to pick up a couple on the play, and that Stepp, that is. He's going to pick up about 4, 2nd down and 6. Clock running, going deep into the 4th quarter here. Yellow Jackets leading 34-0.
Yellow Jacket defense, coach is making some substitutions out there. Anthony Turner's back on the field. 43, Clay Hare's on the field, 64.
6:13 and counting down left in this football game. 2nd and 6. First man through gets the ball this time from the Mustang quarterback, Stepp. Not going to pick up many yards on the play. Couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs.
Yeah. New players on defense. I see Sean Franks out there. Even Ivan Wuchina's out there. I still see Dustin Jones out there. He's out there just wreaking havoc on that offensive line.
3rd down 3. Mustangs in not any hurry. There's no 34-yard point plays in the game. Just learning what they can at this point, getting ready for the next season. The ball hits the ground, fumbled snap, and the ball is jumped back on top of by the Mustangs, but they're going to lose about a yard on the play. It's going to bring up now 4th down and 4 instead of 4th and 3 with the fumbled snap. And the coaching staff says, let's just kick the ball away. Let's bring our big guy in and kick the ball away. Number 64, Josh Marks, as a punter, has been very busy.
Kevin, we could see something special out here. Hunter Branch, number 80, a sophomore, is on the field. Looks like he's deep for the Yellow Jackets. If they punt this ball, he'll get an opportunity to return it. This young man is going to be a ball player for the Fairview Yellow Jackets.
I played ball with his dad back in the day. And certainly his dad had some skills too. This was a timeout on the field here, as we can see, and we'd like to see, if the ball is punted, we'd like to see them punt the ball so we can get an opportunity to watch Hunter take this and see what he can do with it. Hunter is a sophomore, 6'2", about 170, and that's right after they take him out of the pool with his clothes on, but he's still 170.
Yeah, and if Fairview gets to a point where they need somebody that can throw the ball, this young man, he can He can throw it down the field quite a long way.
Well, his dad, Richard, was a pretty good player. Like I say, good ball player, basketball, and had quite a leg in football. Again, old stories, old days. Used to go over to his house, a bunch of us, and we'd play the tackle football up and down his front lawn. It's amazing that none of us died, much less got hurt doing that.
We bounced better when we were younger.
I think we did. 4th down 3. It looks like the Mustangs have decided that they're going to go for it, so Stepp is under center at this point. Takes the handoff, goes back. He does get the handoff through, and Glass has got some field in front of him. He's being tracked down by number 4. Penner was actually able, Sean Franks was able to track him down to keep the score at 0 for the Mustangs. But, kudos to that Mustang line. They were able to get the ball to Glass. Glass showed his speed, broke a tackle at the original point of contact. And then had it not been for the hustle play of Sean Franks, that would have been to the house for a long one. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. It's now 1st down 10 Mustangs, and Mustangs have something going. They try the same play this time, and it goes nowhere. Hit by number 65, hit by number, we'll see, we'll get all the numbers by number 59 here. 65 is Tommy Garvin.
59, Anthony Turner.
Anthony Turner in on the play as well.
How many times have you seen that? You stack the line, running back hits that crease, breaks that initial wave, and then it's Katie bar to the door unless you're tackled from behind.
Yeah, we saw that with the Titans, even 80-yard romp by a guy that they never would have thought could have run 80 yards.
He sure went for the oxygen after that run.
He certainly did. In motion this time, handoff again, first man through, hit initially, and is not able to break free. Same core group of tacklers this time with one exception. Number 30, Eric Phillips in. Eric, senior, 5'7" senior, was in on the initial hit to bring down the runner for a loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 11.
You mentioned earlier this Fairview defense, they want to hold that shutout. And after that long run, there were several of them out there gesturing to the other players. We've got to hang tough. We've got to stop these guys right here.
Everybody in the stands and all of the guys on the sidelines, they want a shutout. 3rd down and 11 Mustangs. In motion again. First man through, gets the ball, fake to him, taken by Stepp. Stepp gets past the original line of scrimmage, forward for about 3 additional yards. It's going to be 4th down and about 7 yards to go for the Mustangs.
Fairview comfortably ahead, Kevin. Looks like the Fairview cheerleaders are taking a siesta. They kind of stopped cheering. They're taking a break. I guess they figure the Yellow Jacket football team has things under control.
4th down, and it's a long 7 for the Mustangs. Clock winding down. Yellow Jackets in complete control of this football game. Glass in motion. Handed back to the second man through on the misdirection, and I believe he's going to be close to the 1st down. And looking at the spot of the football, they may have a measurement on this one. I'm not sure that he got it. They're going to say, yes, he did. 1st down Mustangs. So the drive is alive. 24-yard line for the Mustangs.
1 minute 50. Yellow Jacket defense has to hang tough.
Just a few more plays here. I'm sure that the Mustangs will call timeout if they have to, because they don't want to leave here with a 0 on the board. This time Stepp tries to get the ball to the first guy through, pulls it out of his gut, turns upfield for a gain of a couple. But the clock winds down, and right now the clock is the friend of the home team. The Yellow Jackets are using the clock to their favor right now. 2nd down 8 Mustangs. Clock winding down. 1 minute and 10 seconds, so it'll be under a minute by the time the play is called, because quarterback Stepp has already gone to the sideline to get the play. They're going to even have to hustle to get this play off without a delay of game penalty. Under a minute left in the game here. Second down, 8 yards to go. First guy through gets the ball. He's hit. He gets a couple of yards, and then he is swarmed under by the defense. After a gain of a couple, it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Clock winding down.
Tyler Moorman out there with the initial hit to turn him back in, and the rest of the Jackets came in and gang tackled him.
Number 78 for the Yellow Jackets, Jonathan Tuttle, 5'9", 240, onto the field. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Clock winding down, under 20 seconds. This could be the last play of the game. Stepp has man in motion. Stepp pulls back. He throws it down toward the end zone. Jubilee goes up, and he is going to, as a senior, intercept this ball.
And we got a face mask in the end zone.
Last play of the game. So there you go, folks. Senior Jonathan Jubilee.
5.6.
Interception into the end zone.
And I think we're going to have a face mask, and Fairview will probably take a knee, go into victory formation. I think there's 5 seconds left.
What a great job right there. Jubilee stayed with his receiver, gets into the end zone for the touchback. Touchback brings it out to the 20-yard line, add 15 to it, but the yardage doesn't matter. It's what's showing up on the scoreboard. 3 and a 4 for the homesteading Yellow Jackets, and it's going to be a 0-0 for the visiting team from Loretto. So Loretto is going to be heading back to Lawrence County, finishing the year 0-10. The Yellow Jackets looking to the playoffs. Going to be in the number 3 seed in Region 6-2A with the opponent to be determined. And, of course, by the time you guys are watching this, you will know who we're going to be playing. At this point, we don't know for sure. We're going to take one knee here, and this game is over with. And while we're doing that, we're going to go exactly back to the folks that are making this happen for you. The students bringing you this broadcast tonight: John Perez, Alabale, Zach Albino, Kayla McCoy, Jason Roberts, Alexander Gillette, Weston Jones, Kaylee Waller, Oliver Arney, Bob King, producer, Kevin Anderson, that's myself calling the game
Beard
for you.
taking the final snap of the game.
And Zach Beard getting the final snap as my bud here, Tim French, calls the game. The homestanding Yellow Jackets on trick-or-treat night. They send the visitors home with a trick, not a treat. 34-0. The Fairview High School Yellow Jackets finished the regular season 7-3 and 4-2 respectively.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I just love seeing big old Zach Beard take that snap. He weighs about 120 pounds more than the center, and he looked pretty agile taking that little bounce back and taking a knee.
He's probably thinking, do I take the knee, do I take off?
You know, coaches probably gave him strict orders, take a knee, take a knee. He's thinking, but Coach, I can score.
Well, I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun, Tim, and if by chance we don't get an opportunity to go do the game next week, personally like to thank everyone that makes this happen, because this is just fun for me. I know that you're probably not getting a lot of what you would get on an ESPN or a Saturday broadcast, but Tim, I mean, it's been a pleasure working with you. This has been a blast. You add so much to what I can do. You actually make me look halfway decent sometimes. You cover up for all of my mistakes, and I really do appreciate that.
I think I'm like Don Meredith. I just kind of fill in where I feel it, so I see a need, and half the time I'm wrong. So I just enjoy being here and enjoy working with Bob King and the media students that come out and do such a great job every week.
Absolutely, and again, everyone that's watching these broadcasts, support your production team, support your football team, support all of your students here at Fairview High School. And we certainly appreciate you watching the broadcast. And we, again, God willing, we'll be here with you again next year. Thanks very much. Y'all have a great, blessed night.
And everybody drive safe.